What's going on, my friends? All is well. I've just been so busy trying to get my music done, as you can see. Oh my gosh. Sorry about the camera. I got to get 8 tracks done by August 8th. 8 to 8. I don't know where this stuff's coming from. I'm really trying to. I'm struggling because it's when you're on a deadline and it's a mind thing. You're trying to create music and it's being really contrived. It really is. Oh man, dude. But it's coming. I mean, I'm getting it. So I'm doing stuff with this publisher. It's what they call garage swagger rock, but they wanted a southern bass. So it's like, well, I caught from about 2 weeks ago, they were looking for some work for hire music of the swagger garage rock, gritty. And this one, some of the examples were like the other. So I'm thinking, they're going to take those. This is the same thing anyway, so be it. But if they don't, that's okay. I've got another publisher I'm working on. They'll go there. It's not a big deal. But, excuse me, I just woke up a little while ago, so I'm trying to get that done. But this is kind of the gist of it. Me being a rock guitar player. Stuff like that. I can't play the whole tracks because of contractually I cannot broadcast this music or do that, but you got a taste. That's okay. Anyway, moving forward, I'm kind of going backwards here. I did some video footage on the Dendry mat, as you can see the title from this video. It really installed well, really well, and it was much easier than I thought. There's probably a reason, as I said, it's probably a reason why there was not an install video on that mat, because it's so easy. But understanding that it cuts, the long part cuts kind of, I guess the best terminology that I didn't use the other day was perpendicular to the length of the bed that you're sleeping. In other words, the opposite, crossways. So, but you'll see that, and it's not the greatest, but it kind of gives you an idea of what they look like and what it does. And I do hope that works, and you'll see that footage. But so, with no further ado, the Dendry mat. Okay, my friends, so I've got this Dendry mat here. It's basically it's the felt side up, and then you've got the bottom, it gaps. Basically, it puts air up under it. This is they rave about this. It goes in the boats. Now, when this thing comes, it comes in one long piece, and you would think that it was wide enough to fit the whole width of the bed, but it's not. And how it looks to be designed is you cut it to the center, and you take a section halfway here, strip, and then here, and it goes across. So that's how it works. Now, gives you the marine. The company's called Raven Wolf Marine. It's a Dendry condensation mat. There's only $100 on Amazon, and I'm going to take the people who are using its word that they haven't had problems in 3 years. These things are amazing. So I'm going to get this thing cut. We'll see how it goes. All right, so I'm going on a little common sense here. I'm installing this in my RV van that I've custom built. What I did with this platform, I said in my last video, is I put a layer of polyurethane, just one layer, one coating of polyurethane on this bed platform. That is the thing to do, more so than drilling holes so the water doesn't go through. This Dendry mat should take care of the rest. Like I said, everybody who's used them has gone years. They've never had a problem. People use them on boats, and they rave about them. So it's either this or the Froley spring system, and I'm not paying $1,300 for that. I don't need that. I've got memory foam. For comfort, it's covered. So basically, long ways, this mat's here. You're going to have a flap right here of this, just the material, felt material. It's going to go up, excuse me, it's going to go up between your mattress and the wall. I would assume it's probably good to keep that there, do it, or fold it down. I'll probably do a little more research. There are no videos on how to install this, so I'm going to be the first here on how to cut it. So basically, this Dendry mat comes in 120 inches long by 39 inches wide. So again, 39 inches wide by 120 long. You don't want to cut it the long ways. The longest end of the bed. You want to cut it in the middle crossways. So in other words, the longest part of the mat goes crossways in the half of the top part of the bed, and then you cut it in half of the bottom part of the bed. So in other words, I'm sleeping this way, and you want to cut the mat in half, cut it in half this way, and take the other half and put it over here. Not like here, not because I'm sleeping this way. You want to cut it and split it in half this way and bring it over, if that makes sense. So let's see what we can do here. So when I cut this, I had enough left. It was just the width for the queen. This came as a queen. You can cut it as a full, so it was very little left. None to use for anything else. So basically it's just queen would have cut evenly in half right here. Sorry for my phone jingling, but another thing I was mentioning here was this. It's basically you took the long piece, you cut them in half this way, which was the long pieces are going this way, but I'm sleeping this way, if it tells you anything. So another thing that I'm doing is, you see the little L bracket right here on this bed. I had the mattress sliding a little bit, so take a little L bracket, just one on each end on both sides, one here and on the front over there, and your mattress won't slide. It'll be great. Now the only thing is if I run into a problem of hitting it, hopefully not. Alright guys, like I was saying, the Dendry mat seems to be the way to go, so that's what we're doing. I did the best I could to kind of show the orientation. It's easy to cut. It's pretty self-explanatory and common sense. That's probably why nobody put an install video on there, but it's easy. And there's a lot of resources to ask questions of anybody on these YouTube channels if you need any questions of doing it. But Dendry mat's the way to go. Now the other alternative besides that is if you had like slats, almost like a futon bed. If you built slats that were open and had really, wide, excuse me, get my finger right in the camera. That don't have a gimbal on. I had it in my phone, the camera's in my hand, sorry about that. But it has a good 1.5 to 2 inch gap between them. Then you've got air and you're good. Little tiny holes, I've gotten feedback from people that it just doesn't work because you have still a lot of surface that air is not getting to on that mattress. And this just gives you that gap up under it right here. If you look right up under here, you've got that gap. It almost looks like little round balls, but it's wire and it's almost like a mesh that's plastic. And it's made to hold the weight and gap it just enough to get air up under it. That's really all you need to do. So anyway, I hope that helps. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Be cool.